Good morning and welcome to another episode of Tea with Z. My name is Emil Solanki and it's an absolute pleasure to be here again with you on another episode this morning. And special shout out to the Limitless Network, all of those of you that are joining me from the Limitless Network, a group, a community of like-minded health entrepreneurs uh, looking to empower one another along their health entrepreneur journey. That is what the Limitless Network is all about. And thank you so much for joining me from there today. So, speaking of today, if you're watching live, give me some likes, give me some hearts, give me some love. I definitely love to feed off your energy because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's all about the energy exchange that we offer to each other. And that's what gets us going each and every day. So if you are watching live, definitely some love, some likes, whatever you got going. And if you want to as well, jump on and say hi in the comment section below. But if you are watching a replay, also do that. Also give me your takeaways from what we talk about. I love to read each and every one. And I do personally respond to each and every comment as well. So, jumping into today's topic. Today's Are You Okay Day. 3 words. 3 words that can have such a dramatic impact on someone's life. And I think that's the whole point of today. Is the point of today is to really signify the fact that just a simple check-in can have such a profound impact on the trajectory of somebody's life. Are you okay? And when we look at the world that we live in right now, we look at the world, particularly during COVID, and we're still going through COVID at the moment. When you look at particularly the Eastern Seaboard, who are facing unprecedented elements of lockdown and restriction, isolation, remoteness, whatever you might want to call it, when we look at that situation that's going on in our world, not only just in Australia, but globally at the moment, because I know that a lot of people do watch globally to this Tea with C, and I'd love to see what your experiences are like wherever you live at the moment. What's it like for you? Are you living in lockdown? Are you living with restrictions? Are you living in isolation? What does it look like for you? Can you not see your colleagues, your friends, your family? Definitely comment in the comment section below, because at the end of the day, what we aim to do is not only I want to ask to one person today, but I want to ask to the entire community, are you okay? And I'd love for you to give me your feedback because I genuinely do care. I genuinely do want to know if you're okay. And if you're not okay, what can we do to help support you? And as health entrepreneurs, that's the role that we play. That's the role that we play, not only to ensure that there is a positive mindset, a positive mental health state for all of those around us and for our community, but the role in which we play to support one another along their mental health journey doesn't just last one day. And while today brings awareness for the mental health challenges and for the mental health issues that plague our society and tries to bring a voice to that, it's really important that we don't just take this one day as an opportunity to do that, but we take an opportunity every day to do that. Every day for somebody within our lives, for somebody that is close to us, we take that opportunity to really check in, to genuinely care, to genuinely look for the signs that somebody might not be okay, and to actually go, are you not just okay, but are you actually okay? Are you really okay? Taking the time to listen, to actively listen. And we as ourselves, as health entrepreneurs, need to, I guess, part that time, because at the end of the day, we are so busy looking after so many people. But it's really important that we also take the time out for ourselves to check in with ourselves, to have our own clarity, to have our own positive state of mind that allows us to help support others along their journey. Because at the end of the day, we've got to put our own oxygen mask on first. Without putting our own oxygen mask on first, how can we help those around us. And so, my question to you as individuals today is, are you yourself okay? To my fellow health entrepreneurs that are facing unprecedented challenges in their workplaces right now, in their environments, they're facing so much burden at the moment, particularly those that are working on the front line. And so, my question to you today is, are you really okay? And if you're not, what can we do to support you? And feel free, comment in the comment section below, because I'm here to listen, and so is our collective community. And from that listening is that we'd want to then drive action. We'd want to drive action to help you take the steps required to actually do something about it. And then we want to check in regularly. We want to keep checking in regularly to actually look at how you're going, what your progress looks like. Because at the end of the day, like I said, it's not just about one day. And by asking, are you okay just today, is not going to change the trajectory for the long term if we don't keep it up, if we don't keep checking in. Because while it might change the trajectory for today, tomorrow is another day. And we don't know what other signs or symptoms or any challenges that we might be faced tomorrow that might just be the tipping point for our own mental health and well-being. And it works. It works. And I'm going to just read off some stats from Are You Okay? Because just by asking these three words, or just by asking this question using these three words, 80% of people that were asked this said it made them feel more supported and cared about. 75% felt more connected, and 72% felt it helped them feel better about themselves and their situation. So if you look on average, 3 out of 4 people really getting a positive experience from this, then what do you have to lose? And at the end of the day, the second stat there, about 75% feeling more connected. When we're so isolated in the world of COVID, where we're so removed from our family, our friends, our loved ones, our colleagues, people that within our workplaces, we spend even more time around it. What is the impact with that? What is the impact on that? And at the end of the day, when we look at the impact around those people around us, we are on this journey together. And so when can we ask these questions? When can we actually take the time to do this? Well, it doesn't need to be a formal setting. It could be something casual. It could be over a meal, over the lunch break, or a meal break during the day. If you're exercising with somebody else, if you're connecting, doing other activities online or chatting, even on social media, like I'm communicating to each and every one of you today. Whether or not that you're doing any other activity side by side, or you're just picking up the phone and asking. Because at the end of the day, there's elements in our society right now that we can't have these conversations face to face. But using technology like this can definitely change the game. And it's really important that if you start to feel uncomfortable in a conversation after asking this question, that you really utilize the resources around you and you refer them, but you bring them on the journey with you. Because at the end of the day, I appreciate we're not all counselors. We don't all have the skills of counseling. We don't have the psychological skills to sometimes be prepared to handle these conversations. But it's important that we take the time to listen and to really understand what somebody might be going through so that we can best support them through all of the resources around us. And as a result of COVID, we've seen increased funding, and some might argue that it's nowhere near enough, but at least we're getting somewhere. But we're seeing increased funding to mental health awareness. And some will argue as well that the lockdowns themselves are causing a lot of mental anguish and hardship. And that, in my opinion, does definitely play a role, because at the end of the day, we are social beings. We are herd animals. And at the end of the day, whatever role that we play along our own health entrepreneurial journey and on the journey of others, it's about supporting that community. It's about supporting all of those around us. And good morning, Tash. Thanks for joining us today. It's so important to be clear. It's not just about asking for the sake of it, but really trying to be genuine with asking to create that safe space. 100%. And leading on from that comment, if you watched yesterday's episode of Tea with Z, did an episode where we discussed about communication and communicating versus understanding. And those are really two different points, because are we communicating for the sake of communicating, or are we communicating to seek understanding? And in order to seek understanding, we need to be actively listening. And so, for my question for you today is, how are you going to demonstrate your ability to seek understanding when it comes to ensuring the mental health and well-being of those around you? As health entrepreneurs, if you value health, and if you're in, I guess, the entrepreneurial journey for a business where your business helps, I guess, runs for a profit to make your communities more well and more healthier, or if you're on your own health entrepreneurial journey to bring your family, your friends, your loved ones on the journey with you, and to empower those around you to make better choices, to make healthier choices, whatever that might look like, then how are you going to seek understanding of where their mental health status is today? And I'm not saying that you're going to go out seeking a response that actually might, might need work, might need some sort of positivity laid on top of that. No, because at the end of the day, the response that we'd love to hear is, are you okay? Yes, I'm feeling great. Thanks for asking. Not, are you okay for the sake of it? Not, are you okay seeking out a negative response? And so at the end of the day, don't just be looking for the people that have the signs and symptoms that require the check-in, but also look for those that you just haven't checked in a while, and they might be doing absolutely fine. But you're not going to know unless you ask. And you can never judge. You can never judge, because on the outside, on the external, they might seem all okay. And that's why we shy away from asking them, because on the outside they might seem fine, and you're like, well, you know what, they seem okay, I'm going to dedicate time and energy to somebody else. But if you've got a niggling, and if you are asking, just ask, because at the end of the day, we can't judge, and we can't know from our perception what might actually be going on. So that's my question for you today. It's Are You Okay Day, a really special day, particularly given the times and challenges that we're going through at the moment. And truly, a conversation could change somebody's life, not only today, but tomorrow. And like I said, even though this is designed to bring awareness just today, it's something that we could embrace to do every day. Because I know for my own family, I ask that question to Tash a lot. Check in regularly with her, and she does with me. And at the end of the day, yeah, there's a lot of positivity in that, but some days might be more challenging than others, and that's where we can chat about it. And so creating a dialogue, just a dialogue, helps to foster that safe place of communication. And so how are you doing that in your communities? How are you doing that in your businesses? How are you doing that in your personal lives? How are you doing that with your friends or family? Are you okay? And if you are looking for a safe space to talk about this, and by no means, shape, or form, there's plenty of safe spaces out there, but just one safe space is the Limitless Network. The Limitless Network is a safe space to have these chats, because we're a group of like-minded, health-conscious people that want to support each other on their journey of health and well-being. And so if you wish to join, it is a safe space to definitely jump on within that community, because that's what it's all about. And if you are watching, please comment in the comment section below, because I'd love to get your takeaways from today, because I'm sure your comments, and maybe whatever situation you're in, others can relate to, and it might empower others to speak up and seek help, but not even help, but just to even voice and get some things off their chest. And that's what this is all about. So this is a safe space, and I'd love to empower each and every one of you with the ability to do that. So feel free to comment in the comment section below on this day, but on any day as well. If you ever want to chat to anything, reach out. Otherwise, the Limitless Network is a great community as well. So that's it from me today. Are you okay? I'm genuinely asking that to each and every one of you. Are you okay? And if you are, even if it's that care symbol on Facebook, if whatever you're watching it on, if it's a like on YouTube, if you're watching it on YouTube, whatever it might be, If it's a reach out to connect, whatever it is, are you okay? And so that's it from me today. Thank you so much for joining me on another episode of Tea with Z. Now, tomorrow being Friday, we are hosting an episode exclusively in the Limitless Network. So that Limitless Network group is there. Feel free to join. I will pop the name of that in the chat below as well. And I look forward to catching up with each and every one of you in the Limitless Network tomorrow for an exclusive chat there and then. So stay safe, stay well, look after one another, and please feel free to reach out. Are you okay? Have a great day. Bye for now.